I have studied thousands of work from home jobs, from creative jobs to tech jobs to health jobs. And here's the truth. Most of the jobs are really hard to land, and the ones that are easy to land usually suck. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're just trying to land a job because you need money, you might go with the one that sucks and you won't have to worry about money as much. But within a few months, you're probably going to hate it and start to look for something else. And I don't want you to have to do that. So I decided to make a video about the 9 best part-time work from home jobs that you can actually do in 2024. So if you want to try to land a part-time job while you have another job, or you just want a part-time job or even a full-time job, this video is going to be perfect for you because these jobs are not only good, but they're also relatively easy to land as well. And so this way you can land a job just like my viewer Keyshawn, who decided to skip college and get a remote job instead. And he was able to make $70,000 a year at 20 years old. So if you appreciate all my hard work on this video, let me know by cheersing the like button, and let's jump into it with number 1 on the list, which is going to be a Roblox developer engagement representative. Now, if you're not familiar with Roblox, it's a user-generated content platform, and it has developers from over 180 countries, and it has 300 million active users. That is the size of a large country. And what makes Roblox so unique is the users actually create the content. They create the games and everything inside. And so there needs to be a liaison between the company and the developers that are creating everything. And that's where you can come in. You can be like a friendly ambassador that welcomes newcomers, fosters connections, and ensures that everyone has a great time. And by the way, there's a lot of other jobs available at Roblox. This isn't the only one, but this one is currently paying about $20 per hour, and it's fully remote. So some of the pros of this one are you have an opportunity to make an impact on a global scale. And if you're a fan of video games and user-generated content, you could have a lot of passion for this, and that would be great for you because then you get to be doing your passion. And on top of that, if you're a fan of the industry, this is a great way for you to get your foot in the door. Some of the cons of this one are you have to be very good at self-motivation. You need very good time management skills, and you need to be good at communication and dealing with people. So overall, I do like this one. I think it would be a great opportunity for the right type of person, but I do think other ones on the list are going to be even better. So I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 opportunity score. Now, one great thing about part-time jobs is you might be able to get opportunities that you wouldn't have otherwise if you were trying to get a full-time position. And the next one on the list is a great example of this, and that is a caster. And this is a position that involves either commentating on different esports or engaging with the audience during the match. And it doesn't have to be esports related. In many cases, it can just be any type of live stream where you engage with the audience. And this is becoming more and more common both in esports as well as many other industries. There are many different types of products out there that have to be demonstrated in order to be sold. And so in many cases, people will actually do live streams in order to demonstrate them. And there's other types of products and media such as esports that have to be consumed live in order to get the most value out of it. And so in this role, you basically get to be like a conductor on the hype train, steering excitement and energy through the entertainment realm. Now, esports casters make about $32,000 to $54,000 a year. And keep in mind, most of them are doing it part-time. So a pro here is you get to do something that's related to gaming, which of course a lot of people are passionate about, and it can be a great way for you to get some experience and get your foot in the door. Con here is you do have to work your way up to make it into the bigger leagues where you can make really good money. And additionally, there may be some sporadic nature involved where you may get a bunch of gigs one month and then the next month you get none. So overall, this could be a really good opportunity, especially since you're doing it part-time, and many people would probably be attracted to this type of work. A lot of the time they may be trying to build their personal brand, for instance, and then stream live for a living. So overall, I'll give this one an opportunity score of 7 out of 10. But imagine if you were not only commentating on games or live streaming, but you were transforming your entire channel and your personal brand into a powerhouse. Well, that's where my live training comes in because I teach people how they can actually grow their YouTube personal brands to making full-time income and beyond. This client, for instance, joined recently and they started to see their channel absolutely pop off soon after joining my program, earning an impressive $235 a day. And that was just from AdSense. They're earning a lot more on the back end. So definitely check out my live training where I teach people exactly how to do this. I'll put that down in the description and the pinned comment below. Next is going to be a marketing and administrative assistant. In this position, you're almost going to be like a flashlight for the marketing team. You're going to be illuminating the path of profit and guiding the team towards clarity and focus. And basically, you'll be coordinating all different aspects of transactions, managing marketing activities, and handling administrative tasks. In this position, you make about $21 an hour. So some things you'd want to do for this position is develop relevant skills. So get proficiency in marketing tools such as CRMs, that's customer relationship management software, also social media platforms, and email marketing services. And then enhance your administrative skills such as organization, multitasking, and communication. Some of the pros of this one are you have lots of opportunities for professional development within marketing, and it's very easy to land this type of job without a college degree or previous experience. For instance, Jim was able to land a fully remote digital marketing position despite not having any experience, and it only took him a few months. And there's some free training training, which I'll put down in the description and the pinned comment below, that can help you land a job in digital marketing as well, and it'll reveal exactly how Jim was able to do it. So definitely check that out by clicking the link down in the description and the pinned comment below. Some cons of this one are the potential for high workload and the need for strict attention to detail. So overall, I really like this one. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10 opportunity score. Next is going to be a customer retention representative. And this position might be really good for you if you're somebody who needs a job that's extremely flexible, because it allows you to work on a schedule that fits around your life. And this allows you to balance work and personal commitments. So for instance, if you're someone who needs to go and pick up your kids, or you have to do errands throughout the day, you can basically clock in and clock out whenever you're ready. And in this position, you're basically going to be coming up with strategies on how you can keep customers happy. And in some cases, they may send you customers that are about to cancel their subscription with you. And believe it or not, as this anecdote from Reddit shows, there are customer retention representatives that make $160,000 a year. But the average customer retention representative makes about $47,000 to $72,000 a year. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense that they make such good money. If it wasn't for this type of person, the company would be losing way more customers and their churn would be much higher. So if you save one customer, for instance, and let's say they pay $50 a month and they end up staying an extra 3 years, that means you just made the company almost $2,000. And if you're able to save several customers a day, that means you're saving the company hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Plus, on top of the monetary benefit, you're also keeping customers happy, which makes the brand of the company much stronger. So overall, this is a super underrated career. Not a lot of people know it even exists. And with certain types of companies, this is becoming more and more common. And I see this one getting even more common in the next few years. So this is one that's really good right now. It's going to be even better a few years from now. Some of the pros of this one are you have an opportunity to earn competitive compensation through commissions and bonuses. And that's something I didn't mention. If you're able to save customers, you actually get paid on commission, and you get a chance to develop valuable communication and negotiation skills. Some of the cons are you are going to be dealing very likely with angry customers. So you have to be ready to deal with that pretty much all day long. But overall, I really like this one. I'm going to give it an opportunity score of 9 out of 10. By the way, guys, if you like some of these jobs or you don't like them, or you think I should have mentioned different ones, go ahead and comment below some of your favorite flexible or part-time jobs, and there's a very good chance I will cover them in the future. Next is going to be an off-site invoice payment specialist. And this is going to be a great job for you if you're an introvert, you don't want to have to interact with too many other people, and you want to be a data entry superhero. Because this basically involves you remotely entering data to pay invoices and reporting other types of information. And invoicing specialists make about $49,000 to $70,000 a year. Now the thing is, this is one of those positions where it may not require a full-time role. And so in this position, there's a lot of opportunities for part-time work. So some of the pros of this one are it's a low effort job that doesn't require a lot of brain usage. You don't really have to communicate with other people all that much. And it can be really good for part-time, flexible, or full-time work where you kind of just relax most of the time. Some of the cons are it can be very repetitive and also monotonous. But overall, this one's a pretty good one. Really good for part-time work. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10 opportunity score. The next one is going to be an English learning teacher, or an ELT. Now this is one that's actually fantastic for part-time work. And you likely would be teaching people remotely from across the world, oftentimes in the evening when they're having their classes. Now there's lots of different websites and you can see tons of different people do this. For instance, VIP Kid and Italki, and this person makes about $2,000 to $2,500 per month. But the average ELT teacher makes about $50,000 to $78,000 a year. And keep in mind, there's lots of opportunities out there for part-time work. English is the most profitable language to learn in the world, and it's also one of the most common. So the pros here are the work is fulfilling. You have an opportunity to make a positive impact on students' lives, and it's usually accompanied with a competitive benefits package. The cons are there is a potential for high workload, and you need to have a good attention to detail. But overall, the opportunity score here is going to be an 8 out of 10. There are literally hundreds of thousands of people that do this for a living across the world. And many of them actually travel for their work as well. So they're living in the other parts of the world and they're making an income while they do it. So that might appeal to you if you're someone who wants to travel the world. And if you're liking these jobs, go ahead and share the video with somebody else who you think could benefit from it. Maybe it's a friend, a family member, or someone who just needs to get a job. Next is going to be an HR assistant. And yes, this is a career that you can actually get into without a college degree or previous experience. And it often is going to be a part-time or flexible role. And basically, you're going to be helping HR managers with various different tasks. We're talking about employee verification, audits, time card adjustments, new hire enrollments, etc. And in this position, you'd make about $41,000 to $59,000 a year. So the pros here are it's a really good position to get into and it has great career advancement opportunities. The cons here are there are a lot of repetitive tasks that you're going to have to do. But overall, I like this one. I'll give it an opportunity score of 7.5 out of 10. Next is going to be a market research interviewer. And this is basically where you survey and gather data from people that you call, and this provides incredibly valuable insights into consumer behavior and opinion. This is kind of like being a detective, but instead of solving crimes, you're going to uncover the mysteries of consumer behavior. And in this position, you make about $42,000 to $62,000 a year. Now, this one is oftentimes offered as a flexible or part-time role. People too generally answer their phones at certain times of the day, so there's a lot more need for people to be available at those times. The pros here are you have an opportunity to develop your research and communication skills. The cons here are a lot of people are not going to be happy that you called them, and there can be a lot of variability in workload depending on the time of day that you're doing it. So overall, I'll give this one an opportunity score of 8.5 out of 10. Next is going to be a scheduling coordinator. This is actually a healthcare related job, and this typically involves scheduling and coordinating appointments for clinics, navigating high call volumes, and ensuring productivity and quality standards are met. And this is another one where there's usually a lot more call volume at certain times of the day, so there's a lot of opportunities for part-time or flexible work. And scheduling coordinators make about $43,000 to $62,000 a year. So the pros here are there's a lot of opportunity for on-the-job training. Oftentimes they will give you this on-the-job training when it comes to healthcare related jobs, and there's need for strong organizational and multitasking skills. And overall, I'll give this one an opportunity score of 8 out of 10. Now, by the way, if you're looking for a particular type of flexible or part-time work where you actually want to work at night, I did make a video where I covered a bunch of the absolute best jobs that are available for the night shift. And you can check that video out by clicking right here.